Hey beauty lovers, my name is Mary and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about this new makeup project that I am starting, and it's going to take place over the entire summer. So we might have a few updates during the summer, and then the end video, the final result, will be at the very end of the summer. And this project has to deal with consumerism in the beauty industry. If you're someone like me who hates wasting product, this is definitely a video that you're going to want to check out. And I'm also going to be giving some product recommendations, so go ahead and stay tuned. Okay, like I said in my introduction, this entire video has to do with this new makeup project that I am starting. But first, really quick, let's not forget, we have a giveaway going on. So go ahead and share my channel or share a video or something like that and let me know about it. You're going to be entered into the giveaway. We are getting closer and closer to 100 subscribers, and the list isn't that long, so you might have a very good chance of winning. That's all I'm going to say about that. The next thing I want to talk about really quick before we start talking about the project is a new palette that I recently purchased that I am absolutely obsessed with. It's the BH Cosmetics Festival palette, and guys, I love this. I'm wearing it right now. I've worn it almost every single day for the past week since I've gotten it, and it's beautiful. If you like bright colors, this palette is definitely for you. And I want to say, with shipping and tax and everything like that, it came out to be about $19, and I think it's worth every penny. It's very, very pigmented. The colors that come in here are beautiful. There's a mix of mattes and shimmers and foils, and I really love this product and just wanted to share it with you guys. Okay, on to what this video is actually about, and that's all about project panning. If you're unfamiliar about what project panning is, basically what it is setting aside an amount of makeup and telling yourself, hey, I'm going to use all of this makeup up, or I'm at least going to hit pan by a certain date. So what I did is I went through my makeup collection and I pulled out something for each part of my face. So like a foundation, a powder, an eyeshadow palette, so on and so forth. And I told myself I had till August 31st. And you might think to yourself, Mary, 4 months is a really long time. And it is. It definitely is. For some products, you can probably easily use up in that amount of time. But other products, like an eyeshadow palette, that's really hard to use up an eyeshadow palette or even hit pan with something like that, because you might have other things that you want to use. Because using just one eyeshadow palette can actually get pretty boring, even if there's a variety of colors. So that's what this project is tackling, is using up a product that you have to reduce the amount of waste. Because let's not forget, makeup does expire. A lot of the times something expires and now you're throwing away a product that might be half full or barely touched, because you keep moving on to bigger and better things. I hope this is all making sense. It makes sense in my head, and I'm trying to like portray it to you guys. So I hope you're understanding what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. Just me personally, I hate spending my money on something and not getting good use out of it, and that's why I wanted to start this project, because I find myself wanting to bring more things into my collection and then forgetting about older things. And so hopefully this project will help tackle that and help me use up some of my products so I'm not wasting that money. And I encourage you guys to do this as well. Pull things out of your collection, put it in a separate bag, and tell yourself, I'm going to use this up, or I'm at least going to hit pan by this date. And I guarantee that if you set your mind to it, you can definitely do it. Okay, so I'm going to start talking about the products that I picked out for myself for my project pan. And I put everything in this little travel case I have, and it sits on my vanity. Seeing this on my vanity helps me think, oh yeah, I'm supposed to use all this stuff. So like I said earlier, I picked a product for each part of my makeup routine. The very first thing in my makeup routine that I do is put on a primer all over my face. I actually have two primers that I picked, one because it's a sample size and the other one because it's starting to get near empty, but they're both things that I kind of toss to the side because I prefer other ones, so that's why I chose these two. The first primer that I told myself I'm going to use up is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer. Got this at the drugstore, only a few dollars. This was the only one that I had for a really long time, and once I started acquiring more, I just kind of like threw it off to the side and forgot about it. So I told myself I'm going to use this up. And it probably has, I'm looking against my like bright lights right now, and it's about right here. So my goal is to use that up. The other one I got in either an Ipsy or a Sephora box or something like that, and this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Illuminating one. I'm sorry, Radiance with hyaluronic acid, which is awesome for dry skin, by the way. I've only used this about once, and I don't know why I don't use it because I remember actually really liking it. I'm really into the dewy skin thing right now, especially because my skin is so dry. So I don't know why I didn't use this, and that's why I put it in here. I'm gonna use it up. The thing about primers too, a little goes a long way, and putting 2 primers in my bag is gonna be a challenge for me because often I forget to put it on too, so. Alright, the next step in my routine, I usually go ahead and fill out my eyebrows. So I picked an eyebrow pencil, and this is the LA Colors Browy Wowie Brow Pencil. And I got this off of Shop Hush app. And I like it, I really do. And especially now that my hair is kind of like a gray color, this really dull brown is probably going to look a lot better with my hair color. I don't know why I wasn't using it that much. I think at first I didn't like it because it's a little more chalky and stiff to work with. But now that I've been using castor oil more and I've noticed a change in my brows, I actually like this a lot better than the creamier stuff that I was using before. I think it holds onto the hair better and gives it a more natural look. So I don't think I'm going to actually have an issue using this up, but there is a decent amount of product left. And pencils, they don't go down fast, especially when it's like a firmer texture like this pencil is. So that is the brow product that I put in my bag. The next thing I'm going to introduce is concealer, because a lot of the times when I do my brows, I go back and shape them up. And this is the Yada Silky Fit Concealer BB Powder Brightening. I've honestly never heard of this brand. I got it in an Ipsy bag. I actually really do like this concealer, but again, I got different concealers that I liked better, and so this one kind of fell on the sidelines. There is an actual decent amount of product left because I know I haven't used it this much. So this might be a little bit of a challenge as well, especially because I don't use a lot of concealer. So as far as foundation goes, I actually once again picked 2. The first one is a sample size, and I really love this. If the full size of it wasn't so freaking expensive, this would probably be my foundation of choice. It's the foundation that I wore for my wedding, and this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and I have it in the shade Y225. I love this foundation. It's full coverage. It doesn't dry out my skin. I really do love it, but I saved it for so long to wear at my wedding, and then I stopped using it after my wedding and got other foundations and just totally forgot about it. So that's why that's in there. I want to use this up. I don't know how much is left. Probably like a good half of this bottle left. So putting just this in the kit probably would have been cheating because that would have been hard to do. So I added another foundation, and this is the Mega Cushion foundation from Wet n Wild. I love this foundation. This is definitely something that I would purchase again. It's affordable. I want to say I paid about $8 at Walmart for it. The reason I put this one in here is because it does have SPF in it, and I work at a pool during the summer, so that's important for me. What's better to use in the summer than a foundation that already has sunscreen built in? So that's why I chose that one. As far as powder goes, the one that I chose to use up is the Flower Miracle Grow Satin Finishing Powder, and it comes in this like weird container like this. It's huge. Pardon my kid crying in the background. Her dad's with her. She doesn't want to get her diaper changed. But this, I bought it because someone had recommended it. If I can get it open. Someone had recommended it because it has more of a dewy finish to it. And it's not matte, and I love that, so I went out and bought it, and I was like, wow, this packaging is huge, and it was about like $10 or $12, so it wasn't exactly like super cheap or anything, but then you open it up, and this is like what you're left with. and then it sinks down even further to about here. So I feel like this is huge packaging for such little product, which is really kind of deceiving. I do like this powder, however. I don't know why I haven't been using it much. I always reach for my Coty Airspun for some reason. So during the summer, dewy finishes are my preference. Definitely going to be using that one a lot. I also picked out, this looks really janky, so I'm sorry, my tiny little, oh crap, like baked powder from e.l.f. The top broke off. It's like really, it's old. I really should use it up. I already technically hit pan on this, but this is what I like to use to set my primer for my eyeshadow, so I definitely want to use this up since I've already technically hit pan on it. For bronzer, I'm going to be trying to use up my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I'm not going to open this because I dropped it and shattered it. So I definitely have to go back and fix it. If you haven't seen my How to Fix Broken Makeup tutorial, I'll go ahead and link it down below. I actually really like this product, and if it wasn't broken, I don't know if it would be in my project or not. No, it probably would be. But I do like this. I wanted to fix it and then try and hit pan on it. The next thing also has a bronzer shade in it, but I picked it mostly because it's blush, and one shade I already did hit pan in, but I want to use more of it. And this is just a like 4-toned mineral bronzer, and I picked this up at like TJ Maxx or Marshall's like a year or two ago. It doesn't even have an expiration date on it. Ugh. But I definitely want to use more of this up. I feel like ever since I've been getting more blushes, I forgot about this one. And I actually really do like this, especially that color that hit pan. So either I'm going to try and use more of these two darker colors or completely get rid of the one I've already hit pan on, and as well as use this bronzer. For highlighter, I picked out my ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Highlighter. I got this a few months ago and I was super excited to try it because I had heard so many great things about ColourPop and their highlighters. And when I got it, I was kind of underwhelmed. And I tried using it with a variety of brushes, and you know, I tried using it with a beauty blender, and I didn't get the hype over this product. And I got it in the color Glazed. I know a lot of people say that Flexitarian or something like that is the color you should go with, but either way, I wasn't super excited about it. I started applying it with my finger, and I definitely got more of that like pow highlighter look that I was looking for. So once I started doing that, I liked it a little bit more. I'm not sure if I would purchase this again. Maybe I would try that other shade that everyone's like raving about, but the reason I put this in here is because I wanted to use it despite me not liking it that much, because I did spend money on it. All my other highlighters I actually am really happy with, and this one was the one that I was like, and that's why I chose to put it in here, because if I didn't, I don't think it would ever get used. Before I move on to eyes, there are two lip products that I am telling myself I'm going to use up. The first one is an EOS lip balm. You've seen them before. They're just the little, ooh, hair. Just a little ball of lip balm. I really need to start using lip balm more. My lips are disgustingly dry, and so that's why that's in there. I also put a liquid lipstick because I feel like lipsticks are really hard to use up, and I have a lot of them. And this is from the NYX Lingerie brand, and it is the color Liply. Yeah, but it's this pinky purpley type of color, and I wear it a lot, so I don't know exactly how much is left in this, but given that I have so many other lipsticks that I use too, I'm gonna say there's a good amount left in this. Alright, so let's move on to eyes. I have two eyeliners that I'm going to be using up, and the first one is the e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner, and this is just a pen. It has a really sharp point at the end of it. I'm not a huge liquid felt tip pen person. I much prefer a brush tip with like a little dipping pot. So I knew if this wasn't in the bag, it wouldn't be getting used, so that's why I put that in there. The second eyeliner that I put in there is a pencil eyeliner, and this is the Tarte Sex Kitten sample that I got in one of my Ipsy bags. And the reason I said I was going to use this one up is because I haven't used it except for one time, and there's not that much in there, like about that much on the stick, but I don't use pencil eyeliners all that much. So that's why I put a sample size in there, because I figured I could probably use that up. That, and I really don't have that many pencil eyeliners, so that's why I chose this one. For mascara, I'm going to be trying to use up my Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara from L'Oreal, and I chose this one because I've stated in earlier videos that I only open one mascara at a time because I try to use them up within the 3 to 6 months that I have it open. I'm only going to be using this one, and that's why that's in the bag. As for my eyeshadow palette that I'm going to try and hit pan on all of the shades, which is going to be really hard because it's brand new and I've only used it once, I'm going to try and hit pan on all the colors in my Element of Surprise ColourPop palette. And I just got this one this month in my BoxyCharm, and as you can see, all the shades are barely touched. So this one's going to be hard to hit pan on. I know I won't be able to use it all up, but I will definitely try and hit pan on that. I picked this one because it was new, and because I feel like it had a large amount of colors that I wear on a daily basis, mostly browns and tans and golds, but it also had a few pops of color in there for when I wanted to do something a little bit different or a little bit over the top. So that's why I chose that one. Alright, number one, that's it. This is my project pan. I'm going to be doing a few updates like along the way during the summer, maybe like once a month. I'll come back in here really quick and be like, here's my progress, and let you guys know how I am doing. And then August 31st my project ends, and I'll be doing a big video and showing if I've succeeded or not in that. If you're someone like me who hates wasting things, I definitely encourage you to try this out, especially if you have a larger makeup collection. Do this. Put a bag aside, pick some things, put it in there, and leave it on your vanity, and use those products as much as you possibly can. I feel like I'm going to get a lot out of it by using things up and not wasting products. At least that's me personally. And this is something that I'm going to try and do more often. So once this ends, I'll probably start another one, and I'm going to start trying to use up some of the older makeup that is slowly being replaced in my collection. Alright guys, I hope you liked this video. If you do, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do that as well, and hit that notification button so you can get updates whenever I put out a new video. That's it. That's all I have for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.